Hey, welcome to Dirt Guy Drive Time, the show that makes you pucker in all the right places. You know what I'm saying, baby? Boom! Woo! Hey, happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the big weekend wrap-up show right here on Dirt Guy Drive Time. It is July 19th, Friday, as I said earlier. I like to say things twice, that way I don't forget them later. Man, what a week. If I was any more tired, I'd be dead. I kid you not. Oh my God, though. You know, think of some of the things that happened this week. We had the whole skunk scenario, right? Chased a skunk into the elevator pit. The drama, the skunk scared, and I feel bad for the little guy, and I want to rescue him. And he got out on his own. That's cool. The cat that we got the same day walked out the front door, never looked back. This cat that was in love with my family, boom, it was like a one-night stand. I feel so violated right now. Stupid cat. But if he comes back, we'll take him in. Whatever. And then Sluggo the spider. Remember I told you we named a spider? Just disappeared. He's gone. So, interesting week in that regard. But, you know, I had some pretty good days in there, as you know. I was pretty pumped up for most of the week. But then today occurred. Oh, my God, though. Oh, where do I begin? Well, let me begin with get a call from the field, and I go out there. It was this dude. It was like, dude, we got a problem. Remember I introduced you to him earlier? Schleprock, I call him now. That's his code name, Schleprock, from the old Flintstone series. Oh my God, everything's a problem. So I'm like, whatever. And so I come out and I look, and dude, we got a problem. Son of a biscuit eater. We had a set of plans that we were building from, all right? And as we were nearing the end of the whole get ready to pour the massive thing of concrete phase, architect issued some new plans. All right, cool, they do that. They're allowed, they're the architect. Problem is, those plans never made it to the guys in the field. The guys building this did not get the plans. What that means is I have an electrical room that has a bunch of pipes coming up into it, basically pipes that feed the entire building. And yeah, electrical room got smaller on these plans. Oh, and in the void in between, they made the corridor twice as wide. And so now I have electrical pipes that are inside this concrete deck, not below it, not above it. They're inside of it, and they go for hundreds of feet, turning up right in the middle of the corridor. Boom! And you know, I really, I can't blame myself for that. All right, because you know these people. I came to the conclusion today: you can't check every measurement everybody makes. You gotta just say, hey, you're the subcontractor, you put it in wrong, you gotta fix it. Problem is, there's no real fix to this. I had to get on the phone, first of all, with the architect and say, hey, you know those plan changes you made back then? He's like, yeah, what's going on? I said, can we go back to the way it was? He's like, why? What happened? And we built it the old way. He's like, oh, crap. So it was cool. He said, send me some dimensions, send me some pictures, let me see what I can do to fix your problem. I felt like I was hat in hand on that one, eating crow, even though I didn't do it. So there was that. But then the Cobra showed up. The Cobra. The Cobra is the code name that I've given for the owner's rep. I've told you about him before. He always is like, I put 1,000 men on the job per square foot. And he'd be like, how come you don't have more men on the job? You need more men on the job. He's that kind of guy. Or if he asked me today, so Steve, what color is the sky? And I said, the sky's blue. In a meeting later on, he'll say, yeah, but Steve said the sky was blue, so you guys are screwed up. There was a cloud. That's the Cobra. He is waiting on my every word to strike like that. Bastard. He's a communist, I think. Commie bastard. I was gonna codename him Satan, but my super duper general superintendent said, you know, so Cobra. He's the Cobra. Every question he asked me, I just knew He was looking to trip me up in something. How come that's installed over there? I said, I don't know. I'd have to check the plans. And then I knew that was the wrong answer, whatever. So he stressed me. I think fucker wouldn't leave the job either. Well, let's go for a walk, Steve. Why? Just leave. Poo-poo head, Cobra. Anyway, whatever. So I got to deal with that. Exhausting. Meanwhile, we haven't resolved the electrical room problem. That was kind of right in the middle of that this pinhead shows up. Jackhole. Yeah, we're gonna call him the Cobra. He shows up. And then I'm standing out on my perch where I look down at the job, having a smoke, and a couple of guys wave me over. And these are the two guys that always fight, okay? So I'm like, oh shit, here we go again. And I get down there and they say, this steel column, this big 14 foot tall steel column. I said, yeah, what about it? It's in the wrong place. I said, it can't be in the wrong place. It's in the wrong place. What do you mean it's in the wrong place? It's in the wrong place. I'm like, get a tape measure out here, measure that. And they measure it and I go, what's the plan say? It's out of place. 2 columns set in concrete in the wrong place. Yeah, what the hell? What do you do with that? Come on, people. We're getting ready to pour that slab. Next Thursday, I got 2 columns in there that have to be moved 4 inches. 4 inches out. But this is great. The steel contractor was out there earlier in the week to swing the steel, to hang the steel on top of the steel columns. And they didn't finish that part. And I said, well, why didn't you finish it? He goes, well, our beams are too short. They're not long enough to make the span. So today, I called him, I said, hey, were these 2 columns, 2 of the columns where the steel was too short? He goes, yeah, bro. I'm like, dude, did you guys think to measure the distance between the columns before you decided to refabricate and modify a steel I-beam? Why? Because the columns are the wrong place, you freaking tool. Your guys need to learn how to use a tape measure. Oh my God, though. That's the day I've had so far, people. Between the electrical room is wrong, the Cobra shows up, and then of course 2 steel columns out of place. And now everybody's just saying, who's at fault? Who's at fault? Who's at fault? And I'm like, you know, maybe someday we can figure out who's at fault. But right now, we gotta come up with a solution, bone dogs. So we came up with a solution. We're gonna take down the column, drill new holes, epoxy and some anchors, put the columns back up, boom, Bob's your uncle. It'll all be good. So anyway, that's the work life here on my way home from work. But I got some cool things planned for the weekend. Tonight, I'm gonna finish shooting a Model Railroader Video Plus episode. That's pretty cool. I've got about half of it done. Hey, for those of you who are into my model railroading stuff, I'm gonna lay out the Brownsville yard that feeds the port. Boom! That's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait. I've been dying to do this for so long. And not only that, I get to have some beers while I'm doing it. Don't tell the producer. Yeah, Steve was all lit when he made that episode. And then tomorrow morning, of course, 7 a.m. Pacific, I do my live talk show on the Track Smack channel. Last week was kind of a train wreck. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was pretty bad. There was no mojo. I got this sort of new environment going with my moderators. They're kind of like co-creators, and I think we didn't get our signals quite right, and the show was bad. It was the only one I can say I've done where I couldn't watch it afterwards. I normally watch it. I couldn't watch it. It was bad. So we've rectified it, I believe. We've got some new plans, new direction. Boom, gonna hit it this coming tomorrow morning, for those of you in Canada. And then you gotta love the Harley, don't you? And then Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to be working on my model railroad. There's a shocker. Oh, and then Monday I'll go back and try to pick up those pieces. Anyway, I hope you've got some awesome plans for the weekend. And thank you for sticking around with me this week on Dirt Guy Drive Time. Sure was a lot of fun making these videos. Hope you enjoyed watching it. So, hey, again, have a great weekend. And until Monday, on my way home from work, this is Steve Brown signing off.